Let me tell you something, Derek. We're coming up here on Hot Docket, okay? We're bringing South Florida to you. We're not scared of you, you Northerners, Midwest, Chicago. We're bringing South Florida, the free state of Florida. We're coming here to debate all the top issues. Adam Rossen Law Firm, we play to win. That's it, bar none. We got this. You can't hang.
You sound like a WWE wrestler, which makes sense for your South Florida market. I bet everyone's got those tribal armband tattoos over there. So let's go. Bring it. I'm going to take you out in a 1-2 punch.
Welcome to hell. Devil's Advocate pits lawyer against lawyer in a battle royale to answer the age-old question, who's better at arguing? The rules of the game are, we spin the wheel of misfortune to decide on a topic. Once a topic has been selected, the advocates must answer a set of polarizing questions. When they disagree, the game begins. Each advocate must argue their side, but here's the devilish twist. They must argue for the side they did not select. Let the depravity commence.
Okay, and welcome to Devil's Advocate. We're going to have a great episode today. We've got Derek Martin versus Adam Rossen. Hope I didn't butcher anybody's names.
We've got Adam as Team Red and Derek as Team Blue.
For sure.
Okay.
I mean, one of us is in Chicago, the other is in Florida. So, I mean, yes. I'm blue, he's red.
Okay, got it. All right, guys. So I've got a set of questions in front of me. They're all related to the categories on this wheel. First things first, let's spin the janky wheel. And the first category, current and controversial. Should platforms be allowed to censor content, or does it violate free speech rights? And this is in relation to social media.
Yeah, they should be able to censor content.
No way. I'll go first. So yes, we need to censor content that is hateful and harmful and could be inciting violence, because we live in an ordered society, and therefore, we need to make sure that, yes, people can speak their mind to a certain degree, but it is not an absolute degree when we're talking about hate speech, violent speech. And we see all too often these internet trolls who think they have power online to go say really nasty, hurtful, and dangerous things.
Sure, but who's to decide who's an internet troll and who's the president of the United States, right? I mean, you get to say what you want to say, and who are these moderators that get to pick and choose? So we're all adults here. We all get to just sort of do our own censoring. If you don't like it, unsubscribe, turn it off, don't follow, right? So we're going to concentrate the power of moderation in the hands of a few who then get to direct what gets put out there and what not, warping America's minds, or, the world's minds, really. So it's easier just to level the playing field and have no censorship at all.
Yeah. So look, these are private companies, Facebook, Meta, right? Instagram, they're all private companies. The government can't and shouldn't regulate them and shouldn't tell them what to do. So if they want to moderate, and, for our protection, because we know we can't be trusted. Okay. You say all these things about people, having free speech or just being allowed to do what they want and turn it off, but we can't turn it off. This is the new norm, social media. And
Isn't it a simpler solution just to let it go, let it run, let humans take its course? It's a simpler solution. And I think there's some elegance in that, is just let people be people.
Yeah, but with the rise of school shootings and violence out there and terroristic threats, we need to stop this as a society. Okay, we have to have control. We have to stop it and protect.
Well, if society, hold on now, if society, has all this high moral ground, won't they sort of censor it themselves? Sure, that piece of content gets out there, but then nobody watches it, nobody reposts it, nobody views it, because it's not something that society's interested in the first place.
So if your ideals of this utopian society are just not correct. It doesn't happen that way. We need to be protected by big corporations.
By big corporations and big government.
Yes. Big tech. Big tech is here to help us and save us.
Until AI takes over. Now AI starts moderating this, and so AI algorithms start picking what we see and what we don't see, remove the human from the loop. It sounds like a slippery slope.
Yeah, but it's here to protect us and save us. So, and that's the thing is when we've seen these people dangerous, okay? They're hurting people, they're killing people. There's a rise in hate speech all across the country. Our kids are not safe. Our kids need to be saved from these people, okay? And that's what we're
Who
doing.
is this scary boogeyman? These people. It's just the internet. There's no trolls on the internet.
Oh, I see it. We see it on MSNBC and CNN every single day. The violence out there, we are in a decline of society that we need to stop.
All right, guys, I'm gonna cut it. Great points. You both did great for the first question. Let's go to the next category. That was the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire sound. Food. Let's do food. Number 1. Are GMOs safe for consumption or do they pose health risks?
Health risks.
Yes, we'll skip this one. Yes, health risks.
Okay, I agree with a skip.
Okay.
Should governments impose stricter regulations on fast food to combat obesity?
On this one, I'm gonna say yes. I mean, yeah.
I know. If we'll argue it, I'll say no.
Love it. I'm a McDonald's guy, so I'm rooting for. Well, who am I rooting for? That gets confusing.
Right.
I'm rooting for one of you. Wait, so Derek, you said no, they should not impose regulation,
Right.
and Adam, you said yes, they should impose regulation.
Right.
So Adam, you're taking the side of no regulation.
So of course they should impose some regulations. I mean, what in the hell is in a McDonald's, chicken nugget? It's like pink goop and stuff like that. Leave the corporations like McDonald's, who are just about profit, just about the shareholders, and not about their customers. Leave them to their own devices, and America's not only fat, they're dying.
So I can tell you this. I've been eating McDonald's since I was probably 3, 4, 5 years old. I grew up in the 80s where we didn't have any of these issues. And here I am in my 40s and I'm fine and just healthy. Okay. Who doesn't love a great McDonald's cheeseburger? And you know what?
Yeah, the old "look at me, I'm okay, so everyone else has got to be okay too" argument.
Oh, absolutely. Right. Why? I don't want the government telling me what I got to do and what I can and can't eat. Give me the salt. Give me the beef. Okay. Give me, the pink goop, whatever it is. Right. I trust McDonald's to take care of me. Okay. And to give me what I want. If I don't want to eat it, I won't eat it. Right. It's simple. It's really simple. We don't need the government to get involved in our food, especially when we're talking about fast food.
Right, but I mean, they're putting on they're just, there's so many ways. They just put that it's, low calorie, but that's because it's filled with chemicals and things like, there's so many ways to sort of obfuscate or hide the ball on these things that you don't even know what the hell you're eating at the end. And we haven't even talked about how it's addictive. They're purposely making this food, this disgusting food that's going to kill you. It will actually make you die sooner. They're making it addictive. So you eat more of it, not because it doesn't even make you full. It's just gross chemicals that's going to make you die sooner, but it certainly lines these fast food companies' pockets.
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to see these studies. I'm sure these are the same kind of studies that said COVID was real and people were actually dying from COVID. So I'd love to see that because
people did die from COVID.
Nah, it's all government stuff. I don't believe it. Okay. And I'm telling you guys, it starts with this. What is it going to be next? We're talking about a slippery slope. What are you going to ban MSG in Chinese food? Right. Or, yeah, no, of course not. Okay. You're going to take everything away from us. And what are we going to be? A mindless society that just eats grilled chicken. And then one day you're going to tell us grilled chicken's bad.
But we'll be skinny and healthy. We'll be skinny, healthy, and mindless.
No, and unhappy. Right. We'll be lemmings just walking along, simulation here.
Americans can stand to walk along a little bit. You ever been to Walmart and all the riding, you're sitting in these little scooters, they could stand to walk a little bit.
Hey, you know what? We love Walmart. Okay. And we love our scooters. Don't take our scooters away. Again, there you go. Government's going to take our scooters away.
You both made some great points. I think it's really hard fighting against McDonald's. Like, I think Derek had the naturally more, we were wondering, Adam, if you were playing some 4D chess here. And you wanted to argue.
Yeah, exactly. He was.
Right.
Well, that makes him a good lawyer. Okay, let's spin the wheel. Next up, we've got pop culture. Starting with social media fame. Are influencers real celebrities, or is traditional celebrity status still more prestigious?
I'm going to go with, real celebrities. I got to stop answering these the right way.
I know. Should I take the other side just so we can debate it and have a little fun? Sure, I'll take the other side. No, let's do it. They are not celebrities. Okay, so I'm going to start off and say they are celebrities. Okay, because look, somebody, Derek, like somebody who's old and out of touch with reality, like yourself. Okay, you're going to think it's all about movie stars and this traditional stuff. Well, let me tell you, somebody who's hip and cool, who's on with the IG and the TikTok, these are celebrities. These are people that are pushing products. These are people that are making more money than movie stars these days. And when we're talking about that young generation, 12 to 18 and even 18 to 34, places that you can't be in touch with anymore, Derek, this is what the people want. Okay, so these are absolutely celebrities. They're pushing products, they're influencers, and they're helping people like me and the younger generation, which now has the biggest buying power in our country, to make decisions about where we're going to be spending our money and what we're going to.
Wow, you're including yourself in the younger generation. You are an excellent lawyer. So sure, and there's no doubt. I'm not going to argue that they don't make money. They absolutely make some money, but that doesn't make them. It's not because of their skills, like the celebrities these days, the real celebrities. Act in movies, TV shows, make music, right? The traditional celebrities have a skill set. The ones you're talking about play video games online and record themselves or do pranks and stuff like that, right? So by and large, the influencers these days are either hot chicks in bikinis or dudes who just do outrageous stuff to get views. I wouldn't call that anything close to an actual celebrity with any sort of skill set.
Well, so when we're talking about skills, the skill is to get eyeballs on the screen. Okay. So before, the skill was to get people butts in seats at a movie theater or watching TV. It's no different than on your phone now. It's just easier. So, when we had Jackass 20 years ago, that's pranks. Okay. People love Jackass. So now we have people just doing it on their own without, having to be on MTV. So it's the same kind of stuff. It's entertainment. It's eyeballs on screen. People are watching. That directly translates to money. And that is a major skill. That is.
And so what are these influencers actually influencing? They're influencing people to be jackasses.
Right. Sounds like my grandparents, talking about different things back in their day, moral dilemmas. What are we, back in the 60s now? 50s,
Right.
60s, talking about the
There's
wholesome
no doubt
American
that
family.
there's no doubt that it's popular, that it's taken over, but it doesn't mean that I have to, sort of worship the ground that they walk on because a bunch of 13-year-olds think that watching somebody put makeup on is cool.
Yeah, but you also talk about hot chicks and bikinis. That's been there for about 100 years. Okay, and we talk about
those are the
the
ones I
movie
like.
stars. Right. We talk about the movie stars. Okay. Look, all of us are a 15-year-old boy at heart, and we're gonna want to see hot chicks on the movie screen or on TikTok in bikinis, and that's what it is. Right. So you give the people what they want.
Again, doesn't make them a celebrity.
Good points, both of you. Let's spin the wheel. Okay, we are on marketing, even if it isn't. First, social media and legal branding. Does a strong social media presence enhance a lawyer's credibility, or does it risk professionalism?
Enhances credibility, which now will screw me if you say.
Yeah, exactly. You got the hard one. All right, I'll take that it does not enhance credibility.
Okay, so then you're flipping sides.
So, of course, having a social media presence enhances the credibility of a lawyer or really any other professional. Why? Because people are social beings. They want to see who you are, what you're involved in, what you're doing. They want to know, like, and trust you. And social media is a great way to display that to the masses.
So when you're the social media lawyer, most of these social media lawyers, they're not even practicing law. They're not even handling cases. They're just figureheads. So you don't know the quality of the work. You don't know the team behind them. You don't know the people. You just see some fancy guy or fancy girl. Then they're talking about all these things. It's deceptive. Okay. What are you going to make a decision based on an important legal issue by somebody doing a TikTok dance or somebody telling
Yes,
you to,
people do.
right. When it's wrong and it's leading towards bad bad legal work for people, and it hurts people. You going to get legal advice about what to do from the police from some guy who's smoking weed telling you to, shut the F up, right? Come on here. These
I
aren't
think
real lawyers.
I think you can. Yeah, I think you can. That absolutely that exists, and I get that that's a risk. But I think you can separate bad lawyering from social media, right? They don't have to be one and the same. Don't put them in the same bucket necessarily. There are some excellent lawyers that can, put out videos on social media and increase their credibility and attract clients, because there's no doubt about it. Whether you like it or not, the general public sees some social media presence if it connects with them, and they do sort of associate more credibility with that professional. So it is happening. If a lawyer chooses to abuse that and not do good work, well, that's on the lawyer. That's not the fault of the social media.
Yeah, but then people aren't going to know about that, right? Reputation is so important, so they're just going to be continuing to get clients doing bad work, and the bar, the state bars aren't equipped for that. People need to really be able to know about referrals. They need to be able to, really understand who they're working with, and not some
And so
personality.
Yeah, I agree. Absolutely. A potential client should interview the attorney, ask all the right questions. Absolutely. And I think more information, including social media, allows them to do that. A more educated public, which I believe social media does. It lends sees the professional's true self, hopefully, when the social media is done right, is a good thing for the general public.
All right. Okay, guys. Great job. We are going to wrap up here with a game. So the game is, I am going to give you both a 100% made up word that does not exist. And I want you to give me the definition of it. And okay, to be clear, this is not devil's advocate. You don't have to argue for the other person's word.
Okay, got it.
It's just you
You get to
coming
make
up
your
with the
own
definition. Let's do plorish with a P. Plorish.
It's when multiple people are doing big things. It's like plural and flourish. So you got like 2 or 3 people that are doing some cool big things and being successful. So there's a flourish.
That's good. That's helpful. Except that is not. Oh shit, we're not arguing. Damn it!
Except you are wrong.
Except you're wrong. That is not the definition of plorish. A plorish is an animal. Plorish is an animal that's in the sea. It is lives very, very deep at the depths of the ocean, and it has those little eyes that like turn off to the side sometimes. And it was invented by Mr. James Plorish III.
Oh, that sounds right. And those little eyes that you're referring to, I call those the DUI fish.
Yes,
Because they
that's the
can't
one.
see straight. They're
Yeah, that's right. That HPN.
It's a Dewey fish. Okay, great, guys. I think those are some strong definitions. I think you're both right. Different usages, different etymology, and so on and so forth. That's pretty much it. Let's wrap up Devil's Advocate. Thanks for joining, guys. We'll see you in the next one.
You got it. All right.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for tuning into this episode of Devil's Advocate. Who do you think the winner was? Make sure to leave a comment to let us know. DM us for any ghoulish topics you think we should dare to debate. We'll catch you in the next one.